Commander, this is Vice Admiral Narlock, commanding the Republic 29th Fleet. Welcome to Mek-Sha.
Thank you. Should I join you aboard your ship?
Negative. It's best if we meet on the station. I have a local contact who's helping me arrange refueling for our ships. Your Jedi friends are already here. Sending coordinates now. Narlock out.
Quite a place, huh?
Commander, this is Jot, an old friend of mine. He served 30 years in the Republic Navy, and now he's Mek-Sha's chief engineer.
Call me Junker. Everyone does. And chief engineer's a bit fancier than we like around here. Me and my crew just keep things running. Lights, water, atmosphere. Mek-Sha's neutral officially, but me and mine will back the Republic to the end. Whatever you need, we'll help you get.
30 years in the service. That's quite a career. You must have seen a lot.
Mostly access hatches and fuel lines. Engies don't get pretty views like officers, but I've had an exciting moment or two.
Junker's been working to get us the fuel we need, but it isn't as easy as I'd hoped.
Like I said, Mek-Sha's neutral, so your ships don't get topped off until the powers that be vote on it. See, Mek-Sha used to be run by the Hutts. The locals kicked them out while they were distracted with McKeb, then started running things themselves. So all the big decisions come down to a vote by the leaders of the 5 biggest crews. Lucky for you, I'm one of them. Huttbreaker. She led the revolt, so now she runs the docks. She'll vote for you. Fuel sales go straight into her pocket. So you just need one more vote.
Unfortunately, I'm no diplomat. And sorry, Junker, but neither are you.
So you need us to get the last vote.
And stop whatever the Empire has planned.
What else did Darth Savik tell us?
We're dealing with Darth Shar. She's the Dark Counselor in charge of Imperial logistics, which doesn't sound very scary.
Maybe. But you don't make the Dark Council just by getting supplies delivered on time. Never underestimate a Sith.
If you're looking for Sith, they'll be with the Brothers. Bunch of creepy slavers down on the lower levels. Empire is their biggest customer.
We can bet they'll show up in force as soon as the fleet starts refueling. We'd better plan out our defenses ahead of time. Could Arn and I scout out the docks a bit? I'd like to see what we're dealing with.
Of course. I'll take you myself.
We'll catch up with you later, Commander.
All right, just us now. No need to put on airs. I know what you're thinking. Because I'd think it too. You've got a whole big fleet out there and a tiny rock full of lowlifes here. Why not just roll in and take what you need?
These people aren't our enemy. Forcing them to give us their fuel would be wrong.
Good answer. And on top of that, it just wouldn't work. Huttbreaker has a failsafe rigged up. Push a button, it fires a pulse that makes all the fuel on the station inert. Takes weeks to make the fuel useful again. Not the way you want to go, trust me. I got a much easier route for you. Huttbreaker's hosting an auction at her stronghold on the other side of the station. All the crew leaders will be there, and I can get you in. It's your best chance to start winning that last vote.
What is Huttbreaker auctioning off?
Couldn't even begin to tell you. All sorts of crazy stuff passes through Mek-Sha. Crossroads of the galaxy. Now, let me just get a few things sorted and we'll get you on your way. What in the...
Huh? Who are you?
blazes! I saw that lightsaber. Sith trying to take you out already. In the middle of my turf?
None of this adds up. Why wear a mask if his lightsaber gives away who he's working for?
Don't ask me why Sith do what they do. I always figured the ones who wear the mask just don't feel scary enough without them. Spader's that way. I'll meet you at Huttbreaker's place in a bit. Gonna put more droids on perimeter security. Blasted Sith think they can just strut right in here.
Fancy meeting you here, boss.
Lana mentioned you were coming here, so we figured we'd come and lend a hand.
We've cut a few deals with these people over the years. With our help, you'll know just how to play them. They'll vote however you want.
I'll be glad to have any information you can give me.
Just doing our part. If you're ready, let's head inside. All right, first up, Huttbreaker. Revolutionary leader, liberator, and unofficial queen of Mek-Sha. Her crew runs the main docks.
She won't need much convincing. Selling that fuel will bring in a small fortune, but that only stands if you keep the peace. You get too messy with any of these gangs, Huttbreaker will lock things down no matter how much she stands to make. Keeping Mek-Sha safe is her top priority.
All right. What about the brothers? Jot mentioned they work with the Empire.
Yeah, they're slavers, all part of some weird religious cult. The Empire buys most of their stock.
A lot of the refugees who come through here end up in the brothers' pens, and Huttbreaker isn't above throwing troublemakers their way too.
Needless to say, you won't be getting their vote for anything that helps the Republic. Better to focus on the other crew leaders. First is Veek the Snake. He runs a Rhodian smuggling ring, the Harrido Wald, one of the biggest operations in the galaxy.
Veek's a businessman. He can be anybody's friend if there's an upshot for him. Just have to figure out what he needs and make sure he gets it. The other crew leader is Indigo, Mandalorian. Well, ex-Mandalorian. Same with his crew. They're called something like Darmanda. They're mercs and gun runners.
Indigo has some kind of rivalry with Veek, so it's a good thing you only need one of them to vote your way.
Is there anything else I should know?
We'll keep our eyes open for any other big players, but I'm sure you can handle these guys.
Looks like Huttbreaker's about to give her big welcome speech. Let's find a good spot. Mek-Sha! How are you doing tonight? Look at us! We are surviving! We are thriving! We are turning this tiny rock into the beating heart of the galaxy! Just a few years ago, we were slaves. Now, we're masters. Imagine what we can become in just a few more years! All we've got to do is stay us. Be what we've been so far. We keep the peace, we keep the balance, and we keep moving forward! We've got the whole galaxy laid out in front of us. Everyone else just doesn't see it yet. All they see are the soldiers, politicians, Sith, Jedi. All the people who think they run things, who think their wars decide who's in charge. The truth is, they'll never be in charge. They'll never really run things. You know why? Because while they're busy killing each other, we're making deals, making friends, expanding everything they buy so they can blow each other up. We're selling and getting richer, stronger. By the time they stop and do the math, it will be too late. Because there will be a lot more of us than there are of them. And then, it will be us calling the shots. So stay the course, my friends. It only gets better from here. Welcome to Mek-Sha. Did you enjoy this speech?
I can see how you were able to inspire the rebellion against the Hutts.
Well, the Huts did most of the work for me, if I'm honest. Someone just had to fire the first shot. Now then, please, enjoy our hospitality. Have a drink on me and keep the peace. You can keep the peace, yes? Narlock gave me his word.
Servants of the Republic often espouse high ideals, even as their deeds tell a very different story.
No need to be rude. Commander, this is Darth Shar.
Dark Counselor in charge of production, logistics, and civil order. How do you do?
Darth Savik mentioned that we might find you here. She's been very cooperative.
Ah, well, she must have been so disappointed not to have killed you. But then we wouldn't have had a chance to meet like this.
I'm sure the two of you have a lot you could talk about, but we do have a previous appointment. Enjoy the auction, Commander.
I do hope we get to meet again soon.
Chonky faguta geopora geotokakise. Demote que casa do bonyelis di woto. Chai con kunta chichai.
One can never have too many friends.
La tuva de kusia. Conchita chichakta. Kusa mala chikuta. I cosa mose ala chuta. Kobane puta taise jeskusku.
I'm curious. What's your stance on fueling the Republic ships?
Kasuyali koyaran kenka kurun. Kliskataka yos oska uka pakuta. Makipuna mali tuta od mishka. Kusa mala chikuta. I cosa mose ala chuta.
The sooner the better.
Pampaula kavaji otto.
What do you have in mind?
Bulawa michade sula. Kafsta undile. Gio hola lukuta. Tungi machechu. Kuti nanki he. Wanawa de bloto wijawa.
What do you want?
You know who you're speaking to, right?
Yeah, and this got me suspicious. Republic ships show up, you show up, you want to chit-chat with the Darmander. We aren't going to fight your little war. If that's what you're after, you're wasting your time.
I'm here to get your help with our operations on Mek-Sha. No fighting needed.
Interesting. Depending on the details. Look, this isn't a good place to do business. Too many years. Maybe the canteen will let it, and we'll see.
Had enough fun for one night?
I'm finished here.
We heard about the assassin earlier. Glad you're still in one piece. They should have known one Sith wouldn't cut it with you.
I'm honestly not convinced they were an assassin at all.
Strange. But I guess we have no choice but to keep moving forward. On the bright side, the docks aren't the defensive nightmare I was afraid they'd be. Plenty of good choke points, blind corners, and elevated positions.
Hutbreaker doesn't want an invasion, so Narlock's only allowed to bring a limited deployment. He's rounding up his best troops now.
Got a lot of practice working on droids on Ossus, so I'll help Junker modify his service droids to help us fight. In the meantime, I sent Arn to stake out the Brothers' territory and watch for Imperial activity. If they send anyone after us, we'll know.
How is Arn handling his lessons?
He's a quick study. Much better than he thinks he is. Honestly, once he learns to believe in himself, he'll be fine.
And what about you? How do you feel about being his teacher?
It's not as bad as I was afraid it'd be. I think the old man just gave me an easy one to start off with. But I have to admit, he was right. Teaching someone else really helps solidify the basics for yourself, you know? Helps you focus on what's important.
We best get moving. Let us know how it goes with the crew leaders, huh?
If you need anything, just say the word and we'll be there.
Chonky faguta geopora geotokakise. kipuna male tuta od Mishka.
You don't waste time.
Umpakombak, nijitong kagiliski chanaga. Pagutapal kuchap ting wampa, la agwakilya jikoska. Chonki faguta jiopora jeoto kakise. Ni at umpampa, boshura moki.
Who do you support?
Nakmanoya, no chaita. Tuta Mishka, no chaita. Umpakombak, nijitong kagiliski chanaga. Una nakachu, ne tutubuga. Kusa mala chikuta, ikosa mose ala tuta. Patoga wa kiku bakili.
Why me? Can't your own people handle it?
Ki casa da yakatoto. Umpa bitwala ni bobo. Oya tuka change kapula. Timote ki casa, dobonye lis dioto. Bampaula kavaji oto. Umpa bitwala ni bobo.
You want to do business with the Hutts?
Pagtra wanawaka. Mibunawa di te utwipi. Kasoyali koyaran kenka kurun. Kumpata ti tok makichisa chubala wawuni.
The exchange must be growing. I have someone working on cutting them off from Zakul.
Kuchuso yumata chikotoya. Wanto humpa muli ravavaba. Umpa bitwala ni bobo. Nokta chulna dobela. Patoga wa kiku bakili.
I'm not here to take down the exchange, but I'll rescue the envoy.
Kuchuso yumata chikotoya. Cha aita ye chopa. Mitwana shoto.
Papa Mechispa.
You weren't invited to this meeting, Commander.
I gather your meeting with Vik is cancelled then.
Kavaji otatakoga uta no pisto pampawuta.
I must say, I am surprised Vik chose his reputation over saving a potential deal with the Hutts.
Contachota, casa yuli koira tole kankiton.
Is the exchange helping the Hutts take back Mek-Sha? Why else would you let the exchange grow so quickly?
Rondikava kayo pitopa pupanda baka murishanita.
In truth, both of our organizations lose millions of credits to Harito Wald every month. It's getting expensive.
Kiko ubo kili wata pangka donko potoko wata.
Once Vik and his ilk are out of the way, we'll divvy up his routes and cruise between ourselves.
Yakopa Gigi kuting anulia makachisa.
Uso yumata chikotoya. Migushu funmo dopa makma.
Dead. It was an ambush. She was working with the exchange all along.
Bampaula kavaji oto.
The Hutts and the exchange made a deal to kill you and split your resources between themselves. They didn't count on anyone else getting involved.
Kasoyali koyaran kenka kurun. Umpakambak ni jitong kagiliski chanaga. Betwala ni bobo.
It seems that will take some time.
Timuti ki casa, dobonyelis diwoto. Kusa malachikuta, ikosa mose alachuta. Betwala ni bobo. Widok bamba, unaguta, tanquekuta.
Trust me, you can't afford me.
Pata titok makichisa, chubala wawuni. Pide perupa, kadwa shiniko igadanaila. Kusa malachikuta, ikosa mose alachuta. No ye nevuta, nakma.
Yes, that should be all.
Iniguda iji liska chananga wa. Jiji haku.